Hello, my name is Praveen. 18, my registration number is 18MS0349. I'm here to talk about what is software testing from my point of view. Software testing. Let's see about the evolution of the software testing. First of all, in the beginning of the coding or developing a program, um, there is no separate phase called testing. Developers themselves will test the software, debug the software. If any error occurs, they will rectify it. After that, some of the developers find that the testing it should compulsory needed for the working of the perfect working of the software. So they introduced a software testing like phaser in the SDLC, in the software development life cycle. What does testing consist of? Really consist of? We want to check how the quality of the software perfectly matches with the requirement document also, and how it can be easily used, how the interface works, and if any users try to work on the software, if it has any bug or any error or any fault, that can totally may cause a defect in the total software itself. It can damage what the data are saved inside as well. So all these problems should be rectified by only by one person called a software tester. Uh, we can say that the developer knows all the code, how he codes, how he develop the program. He itself can do the testing, but according to psychology, if the developer himself want to debug that code, his thought of mind is he won't the code will be correct. It's my code, the code will be correct, there is no wrong in this code. That is his psychology, and he thinks and it might lead to a bigger problem. So an external person or third person should be needed to test the software that a developer tests. From the beginning of the state itself, developer and the has a conflict between them. Then later period, when the software testing is on the high speed, on the hype in the market, they have developed a separate software tools for the testing purpose itself. It makes the works of the tester easier. We can do the automation testing. We can do the automation testing. We can test the number of cases. If a tester manually can't test all the test cases by himself, by own, it may take many years, many days for him to complete those all test cases. So a software tool is developed, software tools are developed, and it helps the software tester to make their workload easier. These software tools such as they are famous in the market are IBM Rational, JUnit, JMeter, Test Complete, Selenium, Catalan Studio, and many of those. Software testing, after it has become a phase in the software development lifecycle also, it has came across a variant of evolutions. At first, the software testing is just a cycle. After a developer completes his code, a tester can go through, get into the project and test what he coded, and it has met the perfect requirement or not. It has a good quality or not. It has any bugs or fault. He just check. It is termed as a software testing 1.0. There is no separate organization for the testing team. There is no organization, and that first at the beginning of time, the tools are just developing, so there is no efficient and there is no adequate of tools for the tester to develop, tester to test his software. So even though the tester is testing the software, somehow he might also make gone wrong in his point of view. So after some more years of period, software testing 2.0 is evolved. So a management team or a testing team is developed. The testing is not done after the coding only. They are developing the test cases and what the test requirements they want to satisfy. and what the requirements they should make, and how the test cases should be designed. All those things are getting started from the beginning of the coding itself. So a developer will simultaneously design a code, design a code, write a code, and execute it. And parallelly, the software tester also design his test cases, develop his test cases, and develop his cases, and make a perfect test cases, more test cases. After the developer completed his code, he will run those codes in those. He will run those developer run those test cases, and he will find out what's the mistake or not. So the time taken for testing the software separately is thus reduced. We can define the software testing is a formal activity, also a planned activity. The planned activity means the tester will design a workflow, and he will mainly focus on that workflow, and he will just work according to his plan, what he designed and all. Our formal activity means is just after the part of coding, he just want to test the codes. On those tests which are defects should be gone back, get back to the developer, and he want to rectify those, and it will be checked again by the tester, and it will be to be noted. The main point is the developer should not have a point that he should find a mistake. Some maybe think like if I run more tests and we find more faults in that software, means we can get more salary, we can get more increment, like that. He should not in that mentality while testing. If we see the error, if he has a mindset to find the error, means he will always find the error. He will always get back those codes to the developer, and the developer will be getting irritated, and that will be no perfect collaboration in the team. What a quality software should have. The quality software should have a bug free. It should be bug free. It should be delivered on time to the customers. There should be no delay for coding, or there should be no separate time taken for coding or testing or designing or maintenance phase, more like that. Also, the software should be complete. Complete in the sense, we can't say if a company like Microsoft announces in the browser Edge, we are going to incorporate these much facilities. If they are announcing it in that meeting, they can't get back. I can't satisfy this requirement, so that we are going to launch that requirement in the next version of the Edge, so that they can't get steps back in that software. They should satisfy what they announce, what the requirements from the people they are getting, and they should make a complete product. Complete product. In another cases, it should be within the budget. If the budget estimated for developing a project is 2 lakhs, if it is going beyond that, cost, then it is tougher for that stakeholder to maintain the cost. If a stakeholder is getting affected by the cost, even the end users like customers also want to pay more cost for that. If a subscription of a software is like cost for 2%, it should be more cost like 3% or extra. So it is also should be within a budget. Quality software should be within a budget, and it should be easy to maintain and upgrade. Easy to maintain the configuration of the software. We want to maintain the configuration. We want to maintain all the versions of the software. We want to make a repository for the codes. We want to make if any bugs occur in that version, we want to rectify that. Simultaneously, we are going to develop another batch. We are going to develop another version of the software. In the same, we are going to rectify the bug. So the proper management should be maintained for the quality software. And it should be easier for running. For running, you should adapt various kinds of OS operating system like Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and etc. If you take a Flutter like programming, it can run both simultaneously on Android and iOS also. So it is easier. It gives a quality. It gives the software a best quality. There is no separate work for working on this, working on iOS, working on Android. So on the working on Flutter, we can develop simultaneously for both. So it will be easier. The document what are the from that developer running a code, testing a code, designing a code, from that till the including the tester, running the test cases, designing a test cases, all should be documented. All should be documented. If a project manager or a project leader want to see whether it's all maintained or whether all the if an error occur later, we should find that we should find who is responsible for that error. So they should be, if the tester rejected, this is not the main cases. So he just rejected, but it occurs in a major issue in the future, in upcoming future, then he should be punishable. He is inefficient, like he should be marked. So it should be perfectly documented. The quality also should be secured. Secured in the sense, it should not be easily hackable. It should not be easily the password and the email should not be easily leaked to the other persons. Why testing is important? We can say, like I said before, why testing is important. It is included in a separate phase in the SDLC. We can just a developer, he knows the code. He can he can uh, he can run the test as what he knows now. But I already said that the developer has a mindset that he won't have any error in the code. So to find the perfect error, what are the errors, what are the correct defects we want to find, and we want to rectify those. So to avoid user detecting problems. If a bigger company is launching a product and the user finds it's not opening itself, it's a user should not get affected by those problems. If a user thinks it is a major issue, but it is not rectified by the company, the reputation of the company is spoiled. If a Microsoft launched a Edge, it is not opening for multiple times. It's the multiple tabs is not opening. It's a major issue. No, other browsers, other competitor browsers like Chrome, Firefox. It's all it's a normal feature. But even though it is not working, means the reputation of that company, the reputation of that product gets a bad reputation. So the testing should be done so that the customer did not face any severe issues there, and to provide confidence in the system. After we testing, we will be more confident. That is no error in this code. We can on the free mindset, on the free mind, we can launch the product in that market. So they have a confidence. They have a clear confidence for directing for after testing. For example, I will say one scenario. NASA, while launching the first orbit to the Mars, they have ended up in failure. What's the cost behind this failure is just a minute error. Rest of the world used a standard unit, but the US unit metric units. Only the measurement unit is different. So the value for landing the satellite is just 0.1 like difference. So it make a major issue, and it cause a collapse of the whole satellite, and the mission is failed. Also these but from the tester point of view, it's my from the tester point of view, if the tester from NASA thinks it's my fault, does it my fault because of mine is now, if the orbit is the total project is failed, but the true reason is because of his cause, because the tester thinks what are the errors that occurred before. We want to test those errors only in the circle. He just tested all those things, but not beyond the circle. He just think of his mind, and he doesn't test the software. So it leads to error. So he want to come out of the circle and test in all possibilities. Like in test cases, we can make minimum and maximum, maximum minus minimum plus, like we can make out of the boundary values also. But totally beyond it. The metric unit is not the work of the software tester, but you should also consider those work, those minute works also, and you want to rectify those errors. In software testing, what is the immediate goal? Immediate goal in the sense, what what if the seeing the code, what a tester should find at first. What is it, immediate goal that you should be rectified means, you should find, you should run that code, you should find any bug is there, you should discover you should discover those bugs, and he can make it, how he can prevent the bug, he can handle himself. If if the bug is serious, he will just pass the software again to the developer, and he will rectify the bug, and again he will check those bugs. And what are the software testing long term goals? Long term goals means the software should be reliable. Reliable means it should be work for more and more times, more and more cycles. It should be perfect. The software should not be, after one user, it should not be, it is not proper. After one time it should not be use and throw. You should be used for multiple cycles. Like the quality of the software is the must, because there arises many competitors. Some browsers, you take a case of browser. Edge is a browser, and Chrome is a browser that existing before. But now Edge is launching a new browser. So Edge should satisfy all the things that Chrome are already satisfied, and it also include the new software. So the quality of the software should be best at the level means it should burst all the product existing in the market, and it should be at the top level of in the market. And the customer satisfaction, the software should satisfy the customer requirements. If totally the browser, if totally the requirements changed for the software, then there is no need of a software. BTOP is for student uploading course page. The use of the BTOP is just for file uploading, digital assignment uploading, marks viewing, and a course page material, reference material viewing. But if we insist the online class inside the BTOP, but not the reference materials seeing, or digital assignment upload, the total customer satisfaction is spoiled here. So if a software is built based on requirement, it should complete only its requirement. It can be added like a feature, but it should compulsorily complete all the requirements it's needed. So all these should be tested by a software tester. So these are short term and long term goals that the tester should make sure on testing.